Hi, it's John from theproductivegarden.com, and I'm here with another Tuesday's tip. Now, do you ever have trouble in your garden with snails and slugs eating your plants? Well, just from time to time I have that problem as well, and I prefer to use non-toxic, non-chemical ways of dealing with this problem. Now, one way that I think is fairly effective, that I've had a lot of success with in the past, is using beer and what I call Vegemite yeast extract spread. Some people call it Promite, Marmite. There's other names for it that I just can't remember right now. But yeah, yeast extract spread is the general name for it. So this is what I do. Okay, now I just get a shallow dish, doesn't have to be deep, just a saucer like this, or a bread plate like this, with a dollop of Vegemite in the middle. And then what I do is I just grab my beer, okay, any old beer will do. This is just a bottle of beer that was left over. I think some friend left it here at a party or barbecue or something. It's not a brand I like, so I have no problem sacrificing it. And you just tip the beer over the top of the Vegemite. Now that helps, well, this is Vegemite, the yeast extract. Now that helps to dissolve the yeast extract into the beer. Now what I'll do, I'll just sort of try and arrange things so it's a little more level, a little bit more beer in. And there we go. Now we'll leave that sitting there overnight. Come back and have a look in the we'll come back and have a look overnight actually as well, and we'll see how many slugs and snails it attracts overnight, and then we'll come and have a look in the morning afterwards and see how we go. Okay, so we'll just leave that for now, and we'll see what happens overnight and in the morning. So there you go. You can certainly see that the slugs are attracted to it. We'll see how these guys go in the morning. Hopefully there's a whole lot of, well, drunken deal. You can see one's fallen into it just then. We'll see how many of these guys fall victim to it. I'm just looking around the place. I can't see a whole lot of snails. It seems that slugs are the problem in here. There's one of the lettuce here. You can see that's got a whole lot of slugs on it, and the others seem pretty well untouched by the slugs. That seems to be the one that has a real problem with them. It's been eaten a fair bit by them, which I don't know why that is. Maybe for some reason it's a bit weaker than the rest, but they seem to have picked that one as their main food source. So there you go. We'll check this in the morning and see how many slugs we've got trapped in our little beer trap. Okay, so it's the next morning now, and we'll see how many slugs we've got in this little beer trap of ours. So let's have a look. Okay, now this is the beer trap. Now we can see we've got 1, 2, 3 slugs. So I'm not all that impressed with that. I have done this before and gotten many more, but maybe an explanation for that is it was a fairly cold night last night, so that could have had quite an effect on the situation. So I think this is worth people giving a try. Like I said, I've done it before. I've had much better results than this. I'm a bit disappointed with only getting 3, considering there were about half a dozen around the saucer when we had a look at night time. But you can see it certainly does attract them. And the only other slug that I could see in the garden was this one here, which was the one I dropped into the beer. All the others were around the saucer with this saucer with the beer in it. So there you go. That's this Tuesday's tip: catching worms with beer and yeast extract spread. Whatever you happen to have, whether it's Vegemite or Promite, Marmite, whatever it is. There's a few others around. I can't remember what they all are. Around the world they have different names. So that's this Tuesday's tip. I hope you found that helpful. And until next time, happy productive gardening. Bye.